Hello and welcome to Bosko's Toy Box. Usually back with more toy collectibles, but since it is Christmas Eve, I thought I would show you my little collection of Christmas ornaments. So we're going to get started since I do have a lot to show off. The first one is actually an ornament that I got today at Walmart. Usually Walmart doesn't have the greatest of ornaments, but I did see this sci-fi robot, and which is pretty darn cool. So he has a decorative, a decorative front, and I'm trying to show it off with my studio light here with one hand, and then trying to hold it with the other hand because it does not stand on its own. But it is a very cool ornament, and he'll go on my tree next year. Okay. So next, if I have, let's see, because I got a lot of boxes here. Okay, so let me show you this one here, which I sort of like. I think I've got this from, gosh, I can't even remember where I got this from. I might have gotten him from Crate & Barrel, I think, online. So a pretty cool little ornament there. Let's see, up next. A lot of these ornaments I got from Crate & Barrel when they were having their 50% off sale, or I think it was a 50% off sale like a couple years ago. And really can't see, but the lighting is like, there we go. Okay. So as you can see, this is like a porcelain figure, little Santa gnome. Very cool. And he's got the twine to hang on the tree, so looks very cool. Okay, so up next, let's see, we have got, this is a fragile one to show off here. This one I also got at Crate & Barrel, and it's very fragile, and what I want to do is just lower the camera a little bit to show you. So just to show you the decorative all the way around, very fragile, so you get the idea, but very cool looking. Okay, next, this is an ornament that I've had since, and I think there might even be a date on it. I think I've had it since 1978, I think. And this was, I think it was an ornament that, I don't know if I made it when I was a kid, or if my mom helped me make it. I really can't remember. But I've had that since about 1978. So that's really cool. I love having stuff from when I was a kid, like in when they made you make ornaments in class and whatnot. I do collect like penguins, so I just kind of like that. It's kind of like a thin piece of metal, so I just like the look of it. It's actually, I think I got it at Dollar Tree, I think. It's a cheap ornament, but I like the look of it. Okay, up next, might have to put down the studio light, so bear with me. This is another fragile ornament, and I got this at Crate & Barrel. And the camera is, since this is a tall ornament, again, bear with me. So if you can see that, it is a very sparkly ornament there. And let me try to get the wrapping thing out of the way. So it's really hard to hold it. See, I'm trying not to break it here, but you get the idea of what it looks like. I'm trying to get the studio light on it too. So Very nice looking ornament. So, okay, so up next, after I put this away, I have got let's see, what do I have here? I don't like that one. Again, bear with me. Alright, so here's another penguin, and I got this at Crate and Barrel. And let's see if I can, there we go. So very cool. He's got a messenger bag, penguin with a tie. So I think it was only like $2 after like the 75% off sale or something like that. So very cool. Okay, next, which I've got to get to another layer here of my box. So bear with me, please. Okay, we have got this gnome kind of Santa, if you can kind of see that, which I really like that. Okay, soft, and so he's cool. Next we've got, and I do have some geeky ones, some nerdy ones, and that's going to go in my other box here, but here's another gnome Santa. So I have a lot of gnome Santas. So, very cool. Okay. Next we've got, I think this was a Dollar Tree ornament. Or it was 99-cent only store ornament. So, pretty cool. Just like the look of it. I mean, sometimes the dollar store or cheapy stores can have really crappy ornaments, and then you'll get that one ornament that kind of stands out. Alright, so next. Okay, so here's not so much geeky, it's just like pop culture. So this is an animal ornament. So very cool, him busting out of the Christmas present there. Really like that. I forgot where I purchased that. But I got him last year. Okay, next we've got, now these are definitely a dollar store, Dollar Tree. Kind of crappy, you know, like it's like the if it camera goes in focus here, please go in focus. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of shoddy made, and it's on a bell, but I just kind of like the Nutcracker guy. He has a funny face, so that's why I got it. And for $1, you know, I figured why not. Okay, next. What do I have to show you? Just very quick. I think I've had this since like 1970s. It was probably something that I made in class, like in grade school. So, okay, next, let's see. I don't want that one. There's some that are just not very, they're interesting, but not very interesting to show on camera. Here's another Dollar Tree ornament, but again, penguin, so if the camera wants to focus, oh, there we go. Another one of those thin metal ornaments. So there you go. And let's see, I'm not going to show that. Not very interesting. Okay, so I can go to the second box now. which I'll show you the really... Here, I'll show you... Let's see if that's going to show up. I really don't want to take these out of the box because they are so damn fragile. And I have another one here. Bear with me one moment here. I got so much out. Okay, so I've got 2 of these. And the reason I have 2 of them is I ordered it about 2 years ago off Amazon. And as you can see here, this is a Doctor Who Dalek, red Dalek. And if you know the Daleks, which I'll try to show close up if I can, these things that stick out of the Dalek were so freaking fragile, and it was actually came to me shipped broke. So I told them, I said, I have a broken ornament, and then they sent me another one, but I repaired the broken one with super glue, and it's actually not that bad. So I have 2 Daleks, and I love the Daleks figures, and as you can see, I mean, they're freaking huge, and they're fat, so they take up a lot of room on the tree. So, I don't even think I put it on the tree 2 years ago. But that is that. Next, I've got a Betty Boop. And really hate having to hold this studio light, but I don't have... There we go. As you can see, it's an angel Betty Boop. She has her halo there, as you can see. So, very cool. Next, we've got a Hunchback of Notre Dame. And he actually hangs and like swings from the branch, because his, where you put the hook at, is on the top of this rope. So it looks like he's hanging like with the church bell. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Next we've got, okay, so kind of getting into more pulp culture stuff. This is E.T. on the front of the bike with the moon behind him. And what this one does is it has a clip for where you clip it with a Christmas light, and then the Christmas light illuminates the moon behind him. So maybe I can even do it with the studio light so you can kind of see. So there you go. So that's what it would look like. Of course, this is a more high-powered light, but you get the idea. Alright, next, since I've got Hunchback of Notre Dame stuff, there is another ornament there. Okay. And next, for Notre Dame, we have got the gargoyles, which is very cool. Okay. And then, not so much an ornament, but I like to put them on my tree, is this Palisades Rizzo Santa type of action figure. And he was in an exclusive way back when they were when Palisades was making the action figures. So, because I have all the Palisades Muppet action figures. So I like to put them on my tree. Okay, next we've got 2 very fragile ornaments again, and these came from Crate and Barrel. And I'm gonna put actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to put my light like that, because they come in these boxes that I need to open up. Okay, so this is a very fragile, let's see if you can see this here. You might not even be able to see it that well, but this is a bulb type of ornament, and it's got an angel on it, and it says it's hand painted. Every one of these that they sell are hand painted, and they say that it is slightly, you're not like there's not going to be two of the same. So that's really cool. So I got that back in 2013. Okay, and again, bear with me just one moment because I need to seal this back up. And then I got one, there we go. Okay, and then I got a bigger one in a red box. And again, this is hand painted. Also from 2013. And if you can see that, kind of, there you go, 2013. And it's penguins with like some presents and candy that are all painted. And I'm trying to show you. There we go. So you can see what it looks like all the way around. So another very cool ornament. Okay, so let me put this away. Okay, and then I think I have some other kind of pop culture geeky ones to show you here. Okay, if I can take the cover off of this other ornament box. Again, bear with me. Alright, this is something that I got when I went to San Francisco earlier this year, so January of 2015. When I went to Chinatown, you know, they have like novelty type of items, and this is so freakingly cheap, as you can tell. But it's a cable car, and I like cable cars, and so I got that for $1.99. But so cheaply made, you know, it's good. I mean, just a trinket. So I got that. Haven't used it yet, as you can tell. Let's see here. I'll show you an ornament that I made a few years ago, because I was testing out just like handmade ornaments. And so I'll show you one that I made out of bottle caps. White bottle caps that I ordered online. And then what I did is I went to a craft store, and I got these Santa hats. And as you can tell, at the top of his hat, the holly is like a little, just like a little piece of like a plaster or like a ceramic decoration. And then these miniature lights are for like a dollhouse. And then I went outside and I got a stick for his arms, and then the popsicle stick holds them all together. And then I spray glued this snowy glitter. So that's when I was just testing out how to make handmade ornaments. So that one I just kind of like to put on the tree. Okay. And let's see. I know I got other stuff to show here. I'm trying to do it here as fast as I can. This is one that I made when I was a kid, so you're talking 1979, I think. This is when they made, you know, they made you take these old-fashioned, and you can even tell with the old-fashioned clothespins even. But they made you these during the craft sessions, during Christmas. Instead of doing like actual learning, they made you do crafts. So this is Rudolph, done out of old-fashioned clothespins. Okay. Let's see here. Here is another one from there's a date on, June 1979 is when I made this. And what my mom did is, this little character that you see here is the very first, this is supposed to be a person, like an actual human being. So 1979, I was sick. This is when I was 6 years old. I drew this on a piece of paper, and then my mother made a transfer onto like a needlepoint or whatever, and so she sewed the image on the back of this big cloth, and she stuffed it with filling. So this is a drawing that I did when I was 6 years old. Okay. Next we've got when my grandmother died, which was, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. I think this was hers, and as you can tell, this is it says 2000 on the bottom there, and this is something that she had, so it's something to remember her by. Okay. Here is another one of those, and I don't think there's a date on this, but there was this, probably around this, I think this might have been when I was like 9 or 10, there's this on how to draw like cartoon animals, and so I drew this, and then my mom transferred the image, and then she did some, she sewed over my pencil drawings and made a Christmas ornament out of that, which I'm just not getting the perfect light that I want, and I do apologize for that. There we go. So, much better. There we go. Okay. Next, let's see. Here is another one. Same thing, it was the book on how to draw cartoon animals, so I drew that, my mom sewed over it. Okay. No. Let's see here. Okay, again, bear with me. Let's see what I got here. Oh, here's one more drawing that I did. I drew that when I was about 8 or 9, or 9, 10, and my mom sewed over it. So that was really cool. And God, this has to be 1976 or 1978. We made that in class. It's like a little yarn person. And we've got I don't think there's going to be anything else interesting to show you here. Oh, I got this from Crate and Barrel. I love this Santa Claus here. Let's see if you can see it without so much glare with all the white. But this is like a ceramic figure. So very cool. Okay, and Crate and Barrel again. I love this owl. He's got rimmed glasses and a big cloth figure. Love that. And let's see. Oh, I love these. This is more Crate and Barrel, and it's a ceramic elf mini little ornament. So that's cool. And I know I got another one of those around here somewhere. Now I think that's going to be it for this year. There's other stuff that I have, but I'll wait till next year to make a video so I can do another one. So that was just a nice little look at some of the ornaments that I have. I've got much other Christmas ornaments and stuff around here. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you have a Merry Christmas. And I'll be doing other videos here shortly, so I'll give you my New Year's wishes out and everything. But really just Merry Christmas, and glad that you're watching my videos, and all my friends in the Collectors Talk Trading Circle, Merry Christmas. And just comment below, and like, subscribe if you're new. And description below is my toy photography, and also my friends in the Collectors Talk Trading Circle. So until next time, this is Bosko signing.